Okay, I want to welcome everybody out here today. I'm Lynn Huber, and today is November 20th. Believe it or not, today is our 15th meeting. So behind us, we have Johnny Rockets. So if you're sick of cruise food when you're on the cruise, you can go to the Lido deck and get Johnny Rockets, hamburgers, hot dogs, French fries, whatever you want. So there's no excuse. Huh?
They have great shakes at Johnny Rockets, Richard.
Mm-hmm. They do. I have to roll him off the ship.
I already know about it. Too late.
Hi, Carlene.
Hi, Carlene. Hey, Carlene.
Okay, I'm going to share my screen. Okay, so you should be seeing my PowerPoint, right?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay, perfect. So, like I said, I'm Lynn Huber. This is Richard.
Hi.
We have Rick driving his truck. And we have Mark and Lori. And we have Colleen. Welcome, everybody. And Sherry is also on the call. I'm not sure if she's hearing me at this point. I hope you are, Sherry, but if not, catch you on the replay. Anyway, today is our 15th meeting, believe it or not. And we are on our way to the cruise. So I'll let Richard take it from there.
Oh, okay. Well, we got to get the props up here first. Hey, everybody, we're going to cruise like a boss. All inclusive. Cruise to Bermuda, April 28th, May 3rd, 2018. Mark off your calendar. Check off those dates. And that's from campaign 20 to campaign 6. Okay, now today, in case you've been wondering, time has been gobbled up. We're almost halfway through the incentive. But today I've got Tom the Turkey here, and he's going to give you some tips on how to get into the incentive. Number one, personal award sales. If your sales are $300 to $499, you earn 100 points. If your personal sales are over $499, that's $500 and up, you earn 200 points. And that's every campaign. And then the next thing you can do is you start recruiting. You can recruit from an Alma source, the Avon source of Alma. And if you get a recruit that qualifies an order, first or second order of $150 and pays for it, you earn 150 points. Now, if you get a personal source, that's even better because they get a qualified recruit there. And their first or second order of $150 and they pay for it, you get 300 points. So you're racking up the points. But the bonus here is number 5. That's where your recruit that places additional orders after their first or second order, every $150 order they place and pay for, you earn 100 extra points every single campaign to the end. And so we're like almost halfway there. So you've still got $700 or $800 per recruit that you could possibly earn on that. That's going to be the gold ticket to help get on the cruise. And then title promotion, you help somebody promote, they earn 1,000 points. Everybody who promotes from ambassador and above, you earn 1,000 points. And then if you help somebody promote, you earn 500. That's awesome.
Pretty exciting stuff.
Yeah. And then not only are you earning points for the cruise, you want to get the 7,000 points for one person for a free trip, and it's 11,000 for 2. But as you're earning these points, you're getting extra gifts from Avon. For 1,500 points, you earn that Avon beauty case. That's a $30 value. And then when you get to 3,000 points, you earn the Avon tote, $75 value. 4,500 points, you're cranking now. You're almost there, so you need a suitcase. And Avon has this beautiful suitcase they're going to give you. It's a $100 value. And then, of course, you get to 7,000 points. So I'm getting to go on the ship, but I want Lynn to go too. So we got to get to 11,000 points.
He just thinks he's so funny.
That's all. Turning it back over to Lynn. Don't get left behind.
Okay. All right. So this is our tracking. Everybody has one of these in their youravon.com. It's in Vibe. And if you don't see it in Vibe, on the right-hand side of the screen is a little place where you can pull it out and put it on your desktop. If you're not in leadership and you don't have access to Vibe, go to Sales Leadership from youravon.com, click on Leadership Incentives, And then under Cruise Like a Boss, click on Get Details, scroll down, and you'll see your tracking, see where you're at. I obviously have a long way to go to catch up with all of you. Okay, so we have our tracking sheet. It's in our group, in our Cruise Like a Boss group. And I went through and I figured it out as of campaign 25. So if you are brand new and you haven't even started yet, this is still possible for you. As you can see in campaigns 20 through 24, you haven't earned any points yet because you're brand new. But if we start in campaign 25 and you kick it into high gear, you can still make this cruise. So if you have $500 in sales, that's 200 points. If you get 2 personal recruits that qualify, that means they place and pay for a $150 order. That would give you 600 points. And if they each placed a $150 order, each campaign you get another 100 each. So that's 200, 200, and I even gave you 2 campaigns off. So campaign 26, if you had a $500 order, that's 200 points. 1 personal recruit is 300 points. Now, if you can get them to place 2nd and 3rd orders and 4th, you now are going to promote to Bronze Ambassador, which is 1,000 points if you're new. Same thing, keep going, and you promote to Silver Ambassador, get another 1,000, and keep going and promote to Gold Ambassador, that's another 1,000. I mean, you only need 9 people and $4,000 total unit sales to get to Gold Ambassador. And this right here has, what did I say, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 recruits. So this would easily get you Gold Ambassador if you signed up 13 people and you stayed on them and made sure that they got their $150 orders, and you're helping them be successful. We talked about that before in our past meetings, so you can go back and listen to that. But we have the Kickstart program, and if you help them earn that Kickstart program, then they're going to be helping you on the cruise. So it's a win-win. So you can do it. Yes, you can.
Yep.
Woo! Say after me, I can do it.
I can do it.
I can do it.
You got to be on there and go to Johnny Rockets at the feeding frenzy when you're on the ship.
I hear they have good shakes.
Yes.
So there's lots of ways to earn points. You can promote, you can sign people up, you can help people in your team promote. There's lots of ways to earn them, but bottom line, it comes down to 2 basic things. It's personal sales and building your team. So $300 or more, or better yet, $500 or more each campaign, and then as many people as you can, bringing them in to build your team and help them be successful. So let's talk about, this is kind of a training that I stole from a friend of mine, Julianne Jones. She's in the party plan, so I adapted her training a little bit for you. As you can see over here, you have Richard's painted toenails up here on the ship. He's enjoying himself.
Those aren't the painted ones. That was from when we went to Hawaii, I think. I remember that.
His feet are so pretty.
But they look different now. I have toes for the seasons.
He has Christmas toes now. He's really an Avon man all the way. So let's talk about 7 steps to earning an incentive trip. This is what the 7 steps that's going to help you get on this trip. Number 1, choose the level that you're shooting for. Well, we know it's 7,000 points for 1 person and 11,000 points for 2 people. So choose that level and commit to it. And if you're thinking about 7,000 points, then I'm going to ask you to stretch a little bit, because stretch beyond what you think you can do and work for the 11,000, because why not? Right? Then you can share your room with who you want to share it with, rather than who Avon appoints to share it with you. But so make that commitment. What, you're going to go for 7,000 points, or you're going to go for 11,000? Number 2, decide how many new reps you're going to appoint. Shoot for more new team members than you really need, even maybe double what you think you need, because people don't always do what you think they're going to do. So always aim high. You don't want to be, trust me, you do not want to be in the last campaign stressing because you're short 2 people. You don't. Trust me, you don't want to do that. Okay, break it down. Figure out how many people you're going to sponsor each campaign, or even better, how many people you're going to sponsor each week. And then make absolutely sure that those new representatives are qualified, meaning that they placed and paid for a $150 order. Stay on top of it, and stay on top of it every campaign to try to help them get that $150 order. And that means working with your team members and getting them moving right away. I know we've had some people on our team who have been doing booths and events. Rick and Tina did one last week, and they did an amazing job. They worked with their team members, and so it was really cool. I mean, some of the advantages of that, too, is when you have somebody in a booth with you that's in your team, is they see how, well, first off, it gives you a chance to bond. I mean, that's probably the most important thing, is you get to bond with your team members. But also, they see how you're talking to people, and it makes them more confident to be able to talk to people. And usually, when the event's over, they've got some names because you've helped them get them. So it's great. It's a win-win no matter how you look at it. Number 4, use the incentive trip to earn the incentive trip. What a concept. So we're going on a cruise to Bermuda, right? Who wouldn't want that? So use it to promote to build your team. So make the cruise a part of your opportunity commercial. Whenever you're talking to somebody, talk to them about how you're earning a trip and you're going to go to Bermuda on a cruise and how excited you are. Put a photo of the cruise ship in your email signature. Make it culture in your team to earn the incentive trip every year. That's our culture. My team, everybody on that team that we can get is going to be on that trip. I mean, obviously it's up to them, but that's our culture. Is we want to help our team members be on whatever trip it is that Avon's promoting. Number 5, track your progress. You have that tracking sheet I showed you just a few slides ago. Keep track of where you are so you know where you stand daily and you know where you are. In Vibe, if you have access to Vibe, under static reports, you can download Avon's tracking sheet, which tells you exactly where you stand according to Avon. So it might tell you that this person placed their order, now they need to pay for it or whatever, so you always know where you are. And then reward yourself for each small victory. And set goals so you know what it is that you need to accomplish. So maybe you can reward yourself if you made at least 5 phone calls that day. You want to work your list and find out who's interested. Now is that time to work your list. You need to do it now. Trust me, now. Reward yourself if you talk to 5 new people each day, or if you booked an event where you can talk to lots of people, or you sponsored at least 1 new person each week, or better yet, how about 2? And you reward yourself if you helped one of your new team members get those $150 orders each campaign. Create a vivid visualization. So visualize twice a day, right before you go to sleep at night and as soon as you wake up in the morning. And imagine what it's going to feel like to step onto that cruise ship, and just imagine looking around at the cruise. I mean, it's so huge and there's so much to look at when you first walk in to the atrium if you've ever been on a cruise ship. If you haven't, imagine what you think it will be. And, imagine what it's going to be like to be on the deck of the ship as you're pulling out of port and you have a cocktail, an umbrella drink in your hand. And how about when you're putting your feet in the warm beach at Bermuda? Imagine that and really feel what it feels like. Close your eyes and feel the feelings of already being there. Even if you only do it for a couple of minutes each day, it will help. And encourage your team members to use all of your tips and tools. So lead by example. Make sure your team knows what you're going to do to earn the cruise and that you want them on the cruise with you. And then use team incentives and events to help them, such as events and shows and expos and opportunity calls. Everything you can to help your team members be successful will help your business grow. So I'm going to let Mark and Lori take it from here.
All right, thanks, Lynn. Let's go to the next slide. So wanted to create a bit of a sense of urgency. We're almost halfway through the incentive period. So like if you set it up and you're tracking how many points you need per campaign to get there, you should be getting close to 6,500 points to earn the 11,000 points for 2, or 3,500 to earn the 7,000. And again, Lynn said you might as well stretch and go to the 11. So if you're not there, don't worry about it. I know Lori and I aren't there yet. We're working on it, but it's still not too late. As Lynn always says, there's still time. There may be a time when it's too late, but that's not right now. but you need to act with a sense of urgency. So if you've passed out books, make sure you're following up with those folks. You got the names and phone numbers, email addresses. Follow up with those folks to either get an order or get a recruit. If you've got Alma leads, follow up with those. If you got a no answer and you've texted, emailed, well, why not call again? Just whatever you can do extra to try to get those leads to go over the fence and sign up. And if you talk to someone and they say, well, I'm thinking about it, I think I want to, rather than saying, well, I'm going to send you the link and sign up, do it while you've got them on the phone. Lynn was talking about this last night. You got them on the phone and they're saying yes, well, don't wait for them to do it. Sign them up on the phone while you've got them right there. The same thing
makes all the difference. That really does make a difference.
Yeah, same thing with personal leads. Personal leads are people that you've already talked to, they're already interested. Well, what are they waiting for? You've got them on the phone, you're talking to them, sit down get your phone out, because you can do it on your phone, and get them signed up. Let's move on to the next one. So to just give you a kind of a picture of how you can do this, let's say you only need 4,500 points to get to your goal, whether you're shooting for the 11 or the 7. Well, if you got yourself 4 personal recruits, that's 1,200 points. If your personal sales starting in C26 are over $500, there's another 1,400 points. If you get those 4 recruits starting in campaign 1 to do their orders, there's another 2,000 points, and you've made it. That's 4,600 points. You've reached your goal. So is it easy? No. Is it work? Yes. Is it impossible? No. It's not impossible. There's still ways to get there.
Is it worth it?
Mm-hmm. Oh, heck yeah. I can't wait.
It's going to be so worth it.
And there's other points too. Don't forget about title promotion. Are you there? Are you close enough where you could do something to get title promotion? And also, can you get people you're recruiting to promote? Because you'll get 500 points for every time they promote as well.
The other side benefit we never talk about is if you can get one of your team members to promote, what's that going to do for their business, their buy-in, their commitment to their Avon business? It's huge.
That's what I like. Richard has said this before about this promotion or this incentive, but it's not just helping Avon, because it is helping Avon, but it's helping you. You're growing and building your business. Mm-hmm. Something we should be doing anyway. So it's pretty cool. Let's move on to the next slide. One thing I want to talk about is, I know that it's tough when you get a new recruit. They're all fired up and they talk to their friends and family and they get that first order of $150. So in my opinion, I think that second order is the hardest one, because they've already tapped their family and friends. They've already used their warm list. Those folks aren't going to want to order as much as they did at the first campaign, if at all. So you've got to talk to your new recruits and teach them how, when they're placing that first order, they need to be passing out books for the next order. They need to be finding those new customers. Who's going to get them to $150 for that second order? Or even further, if they're on Fast Start, who's going to get them to that next level of sales, and how are they going to get there? And then if they get that 150, then they can come back to that warm list. Now, it's been almost a month since they've purchased from you. You can go back to that group and ask them to purchase again. But again, that's going to build their business, and that's what you want to work on. And then Lynn always asks me, what's the key here? And I put it on this slide. Follow up, follow up, follow up.
Follow up. There's nothing more important. We got to talk to them first before you can follow up. Follow up is pretty critical.
And, why not get your $500 for your personal sales? Lori's going to talk a little bit about how you can help your customers to help you get there.
Cool.
Go to the next slide, Lynn.
Okay, so if you've never sold $500, we are wrapping up Christmas with Avon with a bow, and here's a way that you can do it. Before I jump into this, your customers are already, so many families that I know go out to lots of our competitors and they're buying pajamas for Christmas. So why not open up your brochure and show the joyful, beautiful pajama sets that we have. They're cotton flannel. I had a customer order them. We both took them out of the page and we were holding them up. And we tried on the shirt in her office, both of us. So $29.99 for the set of pajamas. And then, of course, the weather's cold here in Utah. Don't know about other parts of the country. but you want to have matching slippers. So your joyful, beautiful pom-pom slippers are $12.99. There you go for your $40 qualifying A box. You want to make sure you show it and talk about it every single campaign. And in campaign 26, it's the Magic of Pearls A box for $10. So there's your total sale of $52.98 from one customer. If you were to get 10 customers to purchase those same items, you now have $529.80 in sales, and there are your 200 points. And
10 customers. I could do that.
So there, yeah, and that's just that same thing. And I'm realistic. Not all of my customers are going to buy those pajamas, but it really helps if you suggest and you show and share things out of that brochure. I don't have the demos of that particular set of pajamas, but whatever you do have, I have the slippers. So they're going to go in my basket, and I'm going to show them the slippers. And just so you all know, in campaigns 2, starting in campaign 2, Avon is going to allow us to purchase an A box right from the demo. So it'll be a current campaign. So for campaign 2, you can purchase that demo ahead, 1 per representative, so you can actually physically have it in your hands instead of using just the brochure.
That's going to be huge.
That is. So the rest of the cruise, that will really help us to have one A box that we can show to our customers ahead of time and really talk about how to get that order. And changing my wording around has made a difference by letting the customer know that they qualify to get the A box instead of, hey, can I add a $10 A box to your $40 order? It just sounds better telling them that they're qualifying. So
I like that too.
Another way. And remember too, campaign 3, we have a Spiro launching. So we're going to have all kinds of great new things in the new year that we can use to build our $500 sales. So stay tuned for that.
You know, I don't have it in front of me, but Pat Hansen just posted in our group that she took the little jolly snowmen, the little tiny snowmen that are, and the I think it was the snowman and the Santa.
Yeah,
and she took them with her when she was making her deliveries, and she ended up with over a $500 order. And I mean, it was like 13 customers, and 7 of them were brand new that had never ordered before, just by showing those.
So that's the power of the demo. See how important that is?
That's huge. So Lori is right spot on. Thank
That's
you.
what we've got.
Okay, so bottom line, it's going to take deliberate effort to achieve this. I promise it's not going to just fall in your lap. It would be nice if it did, but it won't. So it's not going to happen by itself or by accident. You need to follow a systematic, intentional plan if you want to be on that cruise and dipping your toes in the sand at Bermuda at Avon's expense. Keep that in mind. That's worth a lot. It's all at Avon's expense. So you still have time, like Mark said. The incentive runs for 13 campaigns. We're in campaign 25 right now, so we are in the 6th campaign. We're about halfway through. And if you haven't earned points yet or less than you'd hoped for, there's still time to turn things around and get the momentum going. There may come a point in time where it's mathematically impossible to earn those points, but right now is not that time. I am going to warn you, though, we're not even really getting close to the mathematically impossible, but the longer you wait, the harder it's going to be. And the more recruits you're going to have, the more you're going to have to really stretch to make it happen. So the sooner you can start, the better. We're in the holiday season. It's the best time of year to grow our sales and grow our teams. Now is the time to prospect for new customers who are going to fall in love with our wonderful holiday items. And now's the best time of the year to find new team members who would love to save 40% on their own holiday shopping and also earn 40% on everybody else's holiday shopping. So our to-do list is to set your goals, take massive action, monitor your course and correct as needed, stay focused and determined, enjoy the journey, and, you know, pat yourself on the back, give yourself some little prizes for accomplishing things, and never give up. So the most important activities, Mark.
Follow up. Action, take action, and then when you have people to follow up with, follow up.
over and over and over again, and don't quit. So talk to more people, follow up with every brochure you give out. Gosh, you know, I think we've said this a lot, but I can't tell you how many times I have called somebody and said, hey, it's Lynn, I'm just getting ready to place my order. I didn't want to leave you out if you wanted anything. And they come back and go, oh my gosh, I've already marked up my brochure. Hold on, let me get it. I forgot all about it. And if I hadn't have called them, a couple of weeks later, they'd be cleaning their house and they'd pick it up and they'd go, oh, that's expired, and throw it away. They won't even remember. So it is critical. So follow up with every new team member's orders. Help your team stay on track too, because you want, even if it didn't help you for the cruise, which it will, but even if it didn't, you want your team members to be successful. You want them to have success because that's what grows everybody's business. Our whole team grows as a result of all of the team members that are on it. So our next meeting, next Monday, November 27th, 3 p.m. Mountain. That's 2 p.m. Pacific, 3 p.m. Mountain, 4 p.m. Central, 5 p.m. Eastern. So we have Q&A. Does anybody have anything they want to add or any questions, or how can we help you?
Tommy the turkey says, friends don't let friends cruise alone.
Love it.
Okay, no questions?
That's good.
Nope, not from us.
Okay, well then we are going to go ahead and end it for today. Let me stop sharing. Oh, we're back.
Hey.
Hi.
Wow.
Up close and
Oh,
personal.
hello there.
I can see
Thank
you,
guys.
Carlene.
You guys do an amazing job. Thank you.
Oh, thank you, Carlene. So hopefully we'll have a lot of people watch this replay. I hope
Yes.
Rick got something out of it, but I'm sure he'll watch the replay with Tina later tonight. And I want to thank you all for being here, and happy Thanksgiving. Oh, don't
Yes.
forget, everybody on this call anyway, we have our Utah sales meeting tomorrow
Yes.
at 6 p.m. at Hires Big H. And we are going to have a spear of samples for everyone to try.
Yes.
We are.
And other exciting stuff happening. So come on down.
And we have some special speakers, some brand new reps that are going to
Yes.
tell us what's helping them be successful.
Good.
Cool.
Okay, thank you guys. It was
Right.
great talking to you.
Bye, everybody.
Have a great day. Hope to see you tomorrow, and happy Thanksgiving.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Bye-bye.